I saw this woman wearing the most gorgeous red dress, and it got me thinking about red in the summertime and how it's such a great color. I mean, it's a great color all year round, but somehow in the summertime it feels really fresh, it feels really joyful, and it feels really summery. So today I want to talk about different ways of styling red to wear this summer. Now, if you think about red in nature, especially in the summertime, it's everywhere. You have poppy red, you have geranium red, you have cherry red, you have coral red, tomato red, every shade of red under the sun. And that's what makes it such a summery color, in my opinion. And I have to admit, when I started going down this Pinterest rabbit hole of looking at different images of how people are styling red, I started to get really excited. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am always excited and happy to do my videos, but this one particularly got me really excited about the color. And I feel like there are so many different ways to style this color, and that's what I think made it so exciting for me. So let me talk about, I think, one of my favorite ways, and that is pairing it with a soft blue, similar to the blue that I'm wearing today. I feel like this is such a gorgeous classic combination. I feel like this combination is never going to go out of style. I feel like it's so chic, it's so elegant, and really looks fantastic however you pair it. I mean, if you think about red and denim, that always works too, but doing it with this soft blue just feels really fresh, really summery, and really modern. And then when I think about this beautiful blue, I immediately start thinking about gorgeous butter yellow because it's such a hot color this season. And red and butter yellow is gorgeous. It's kind of like the yellow softens the red a little bit. Both colors really get a chance to shine, but neither outshine the other. Both look kind of their best when they're paired together, if that makes sense. Which brings me to another color combination that I absolutely adore. It's something that I've always loved, but I think when I was in this, looking through Pinterest, I was like, this is so great. It feels so fresh. It feels so modern. It feels so new, even though it's been around for forever. And that is pairing red with pink, especially if you get the tones right. It looks so fantastic. Doing this kind of tomatoey red with a kind of softer pink looks so great. Doing it in a bolder stripe, I love. Doing it together when it's kind of almost tone on tone looks so chic, looks a little bit cheeky, and also for me is very, very fashion forward. I think this is so fresh. I think this is so pretty. And I feel like you could really do this in so many different ways and straight into the fall. And when we're talking about classic combinations, we cannot forget about red and white. So perfect, so summery. I mean, to me, it kind of screams summer. And I really love this idea of doing an all-white outfit with just red accessories. I think this is so amazing. It is so chic. It is so fashion forward to me. And I think this is another look that you can take straight into the fall, doing an all white outfit, white jeans, let's say, with a white t-shirt, and then just adding a few red accents. Looks so great, looks timeless, chic, elegant, and you cannot go wrong with a combination like this. This also too, I particularly love for those of you out there watching this video thinking, I cannot wear red against my face. This does not look good on me. It brings out the brightness of my cheeks, of my skin. I totally get that. But doing an all white outfit with a few red accents is a great way to integrate this idea into your summer looks. And then, of course, I'm going to talk about doing red with a classic striped t-shirt or shirt. This is such a great combination, always looks fresh, Again, another combination that is really timeless. And the more I started looking at stripes paired with red, the more I was seeing also red stripes paired with red, or red stripes paired with blue stripes. And I just love this. It feels bold, it feels exciting, it feels very fresh and summery. And also, even though it is bold, it does feel like it's easy to pull off. And then I started thinking about how great it is to do an all red outfit. The thing about red is it really does attract a lot of attention, which is kind of what makes it fun. And it's not for everybody to always want to walk out into the world feeling so bold and so magnetic, but it's really fun, especially if this is something that you want to dress up and do for evening wear. Let's say you have some summer weddings to go to. Wearing red, I think, is so fantastic. I love it both really dressed up with some interesting textural elements, or on the casual side, pairing the red dress with a simple red shoe or pairing it with brown is a really beautiful combination. I feel like it's very summery. Somehow, even though it is such an attraction getting kind of color, there's something really relaxed about it as well. And then of course, I love the idea of wearing red at the beach, bringing it in a bathing suit, bringing it in a cover up, let's say, or bringing it in some kind of beach accessory. I think it's fantastic. I feel like that color combination of kind of like sand, sea, and the greenery of a beach, that sort of very relaxed palette, really works with that bright pop of red. And then you add in your beautiful sun-kissed skin tone and you've got the perfect summer combination. And speaking of that palette, taking that same idea and making it a little bit more city chic by just pairing red elements, whether it's a red shirt or a red pant, with a basket bag, or a bag that is the color of a basket bag. I feel like it takes that beachy kind of palette and makes it really city chic, makes it very summery, and it just looks fantastic. And if you are one of those people that is sitting here watching this video thinking, I cannot get away with this color, I love what you're telling me, Jennifer, but it just does not work for me, then why not think about adding in red in an accessory? Whether you're doing it in a necklace, let's say, whether you're doing it in a shoe, whether you're doing it in a kind of clutch bag. It's such a great color to kind of ground a whole bunch of colors that are together, because it adds that excitement, it adds that pop, it adds that sort of, I guess, edginess is the word I'm looking for to an outfit. It brings in the excitement of this brightness, this attention-getting color to an outfit that may perhaps be a little bit on the subdued side. Even just doing a pair of red sunglasses makes a whole outfit look really exciting. And if you're gonna do sunglasses, why not consider doing a red framed for your reading glasses or your regular everyday glasses, especially if you've let your hair go gray. I think this is just such a gorgeous combination that adds so much excitement. And then the last thing I want to say for integrating more red into your wardrobe, if this is something that you're on board with me here and kind of feeling inspired and excited, then why not think about bringing in red in a printed dress, let's say, or in some kind of a print. This again is another great solution for those of you who feel like you love the color, but don't love the idea in an all over brightness. It feels too much for you. Integrating red in a print is such a great alternative. And in fact, that goes for any color that we're talking about, but particularly red, I think, because it is such a big, bright, attraction-getting kind of color that doing it in a print subdues it a little bit. Yet you're still gonna get the excitement, you're still gonna get the interest, you're still gonna get that pop of color and that really summery feel. And then the last thing I want to say about wearing the color red and styling it is I think it's one of those things that takes some time to get used to what tone of red you particularly feel attracted to, what you're gravitating toward. Personally, I prefer, for me, against my face, because I do have quite a red undertone, I prefer going with a more poppy red, a more orangey kind of red. But on the bottom, I really like the idea of doing a darker red, a cherry red, let's say. A good place to consider starting is thinking about what kind of red nail polish you like to wear, or what tone of red lipstick you like to wear. It'll give you an idea of what reds pair best with your skin tone. And that's a great way to sort of think about it as a little rule of thumb, to give you an idea if you're more on the coral orangey like me, or if you feel like you like a darker red, a more purpley red, a deeper, richer cherry red, for instance. My little tips and tricks and ideas and inspiration for styling this fantastic color in the summertime. I think it's so great to play around with color in the summertime, because this is where it's like we're really allowed to wear a lot of color. I hope this video got you feeling excited. I hope you're feeling inspired. Let me know in the comments one of your favorite reds that you seem to wear over and over, or has been like in your closet forever, what you totally gravitate toward. You know I love hearing from you. If you did like this video, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up, hype this video. Like I said, leave me a comment down below. And of course, if you want to see what I'm doing, see what I'm wearing, see what I'm cooking, then don't forget you can follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, and you can now check me out on my Substack.